My name is Adeoba and Kofoworola Bintu. My middle name is Babatunde, which everybody knows me as Kofoworola Bintu Babatunde, but I'm Mrs. Adebanjo Kofoworola. I'm from Ishara, Remo North Local Government of Ogun State. I was born in Lagos before I was taken to my grandma in Ishara, Remo at 9 months. So I was staying with her till I grew up to be in Form 1. It was after that my mom took me over to Lagos, which I now continue my education, and I finished my WAEC at Western College of Commerce in 1986. In 1987, I started working there is an old barbing salon that brought a limelight into this barbing, or into a salon as a unisex salon, which we called Mr. Adeleye Thomas, which was called Choices Barbing Salon or Choices Salon. And I've started cutting since when I was in secondary school, since 1980, 81, 82, when I was in Form 2. When my mom had our last born, which was 1982, I was the one taking care of the shop. Since that 1982, when I finished my secondary school in 1986, I was employed at Choices Salon along Murisala Mohammed Way in very close to Yaba. I was employed there as only female barber there. That was how I was brushed up. I was put into a limelight of the business. The senior uncle of my mom that trained my mom at very close around here at Abba Macaulay, maybe 304 or whatever, Abba Macaulay, very close to just beside Sabo Police Station. That's where my mom was trained as a barber. Then she was first female barber in Nigeria. It was my mom that trained me. And for the fact that I'm the firstborn of my parents, when my mom will want to put me through, I do always tell my mom that, I'm going to school. I want to go to school. I want to be a boy. I want to work in an office. It will just tell me I should just know this. I will just know that I'm not going to, to be cutting. I don't want to be a barber like you. I want to go to school. Then I will now be working in an office. There is a aunt of mine that my mom's siblings that she was staying with us. She knows how to cut as well. So when that one cut, he will just keep the money. He will just give me a small penny. I will not just know that and I can't complain. He's the one taking care of us. It's like when my mom is not around, she's in charge. So anything she says. So when she knows that I've been growing up and I may tell my mom, she will give me maybe like 5 kobo to keep my mouth shut. And I said, it's better for me to be doing this thing, so that if I cut, he cannot ask me the money. So at times when customer comes in like that, nobody around, I took the courage. I will just cut the hair. Then I will now be praying that the customer must not come back, because if he comes back and my mom gets to know, she's going to kill me, or she's going to say, where is even the money? That kind of a thing. From there, on Sundays, she goes to a meeting, Barbing Salon Association wherever. My mom used to go out like that. So on Sunday, I stay at shop. My siblings are at home. I stay in the shop. I cut for some of the customers. From there, I started graduating from knowing the hairstyle. Back then, there are so many styles they call like Kennedy, you know, like skin cuts, like low cuts. You know, there are some that, you know, that even though like BJ, that the front will be lower, the back will be so plenty. And I need to take my time. So I took my time that time, and I was using manual, the handmade manual. That when you are using it, all the blood will be on at the middle of your palm. So that's how I started cutting. From there, she got to know that so I've been cutting very well now. So if I go to school, if I come back, if she's not around, she'll be so sure. And thereafter, my siblings started knowing how to cut. Then when I eventually got this place, our last born, which is Olariwaju Ali, he was with me. It was the only boy we have, my mother had. So he was with me. So I trained him. But fortunately, he's not really practicing it. But virtually all of us, because we were 4. I'm the firstborn, and our boy is the last born. So there is 2 female after me. So all of us knows how to cut here, or knows the barbing business, because my cousin from that, my mom's senior uncle, my cousin, you know, virtually all of them knows how to cut. And that's how I started them. By the time I went to Choices, you know, I left Choices to go for aviation school. By the time I finished from aviation school, I later went to go and work at Orbit Traveling Agency. You know, he's the owner of that company. I work. Then thereafter, I have to move back again to finishing touches in 1989 stroke 1990 to 1992. So it was 1993, I decided to be on my own. I worked there as the first female barber there. My mom advised, my mentor, my role model, you know, like they are into this business. If I can mention their name, Pastor Adebi and Alhaji Adediran, they were having barbing salon, which they were closer to my mom. So they were just advising me that why don't I open a barbing salon? Why don't I practice this business? I still have it in mind that I'm going to go back to school. I still want to go to school. I don't really think I can do this job. They now later told me that you can still venture into this business, that you'll be on your own. And whatever you want to do, you can still do there. So I started here in 1993. Then year 2004, I have to go and retake my WAEC at Oxford College in Okuoba, Agege. 2004, I enrolled into Yabatech College of Technology under the School of Management and Business Study. Under the BizAdmin and Management Study, I read Business Administration and Management as my ND. That was year 2004. I enrolled and I was admitted the same year, and I finished. Then I later look at it, I cannot just sit down like this and let me just go and finish up my HND. In 2013, I enrolled to do my HND, and 2017, I graduated from Yaba College of Technology under the Business Administration and Management in 2017. And I didn't really regret it, because I really have it in mind that I want to go to school. I want to be a degree holder. That was what has been in my mind. And with this business, I could be able to achieve all that. I have a very good husband, very understanding husband. He knows me with this job. He knows me with my parents before when we were courting. And he's always happy. Even though up till now, he's always happy. He'll be saying, my wife is a barber. Even though when some of them say, your wife, barber, he say, yes, he's a barber at Sabo Yaba. Go there. She's even a graduate. She graduated from Yaba Tega. She's happy. And I'm happy with the business and with my family. Taking my son to school, come back, you know, then at times I close 8 o'clock for the housekeeping. And at times he comes there to pick us home. And because this business, you have to, you know, margin them, because you need to be here, especially for customers to see you, and at the same time for you to manage the house. But I didn't face any stress as per the house management and as per the business management. I managed them. When customer comes in, I do like to attend to my new customers. Apart from when my staff are on standby, I personally prefer to attend to my new customers. Some may just look back and just say, I thought it's going to be this guy who do it. And I may just say, you are coming in here for the first time. I do attend to customers for the first time. He may say, no, that you want the male barber. That how can you, woman, touch my hair? No, that kind. I will say, I will do it better than them, and I want you to come back. They will be watching me the way I'm going to attend to you, because they may not really attend to you the way I want it. These are one of the challenges. He may not really know that I do better, because I have my own system. Forget it, I have my own system because I was born into the business and I know the way to handle customers. So there are some of them then, maybe by the time I started attending to him, asking questions, how do you want it? Is the cape okay? Is this okay? Even though at times some of them always amazed with my apron. Now, what sort of apron is this that look like Catholic or Methodist or Anglican Catholic? I said, can't you see? It will cover you. The hair will not drop on you. You will not even see anything. How do you want it? Some may flare up, but I know what I'm going to get into. I know that he is going to like it or she's going to like it, because I face challenges with female, you know, with female that comes to cut their hair, maybe lower, into style, into Anita Baker, into Tyson, you know. I do face challenges with them, facing problems with them. I have a plan of open another shop at Ikorodu, because I may relocate finally and live here for someone to Ikorodu. I do have a contact with federal government under the National Directorate of Employment. I am their agent. I am one of their trainers under the barbing salon in their vocational list. And I've been their trainer, that I train a lot of people at large. At times 20, at times 23, at times 25. You know, I train them. I even go there at times into their workshop there to train them. I really want government to really have interest in this aspect, because some of the female generally, ladies, women, they are not really into this business. And if they could be able to invest into this business so that it will interest some of the housewives, some of the ladies that they don't really think they can do better in this business, so that by the time if they invest in me, I think it will be a kind of interest. Some of the ladies, women that doesn't even have the interest, they may be motivated, you know, by going into this business, so that we can have more female or more women or more ladies into this business. Since I've started this business, since I told you that since that my aunt, was trying to give me 5 kobo to keep short and other kind of a thing, I've picked interest. And when I was employed, I was giving maybe 150 naira. Then I started having interest. I said, this is what I said I don't want to do, and this is what so if I die and if I want to come back, as what my mother said, I would like to become a barber.